What's up, guys? Here for a spicy little Friday workout. So we're going to start with that pre-charge first. We're going to get 2 rounds of this pre-charge. First round, just getting nice and warm. Second round, trying to get a little sweaty. So on this very first round, we have 25 high knees, as Kadeem is going to demonstrate here. Just going to kick those knees up nice and high. If you need to, you can set those hands out so that way you know you're getting those knees nice and high. After you get those 25 high knees, then we have 25 butt kicks. Same thing here to the side. You're just going to try to touch those heels to your butt. If you need to, you can put your hands there so that way you know you're getting close enough, or if you need to get a little closer, you know how far away you are. After you get those 25 butt kicks, then we have 10 arm circles forward. Nice big circles here. Big circles, trying to get those shoulders warm. After you get 10 arm circles forward, then we have 10 arm circles backwards. Same thing, keeping those nice big swings going here, getting those shoulders warmed up. After you get 10, then we have 10 air squats. I know we're just getting started. If you need to, just get as low as you can. As you get warm, try to get all the way to full depth, keep the weight back in those heels, get that hips below the knee height, keeping a nice tall chest. After you get those 10 air squats, then we have 10 scap push-ups. Shoulders on top of wrists at all times, sinking down, trying to pinch those shoulder blades together, and then trying to separate them all the way at the top. Nice tight core, you're not arching. If you need to, you can get your knees on the ground to make it a little easier. There you go. So that's 2 rounds of all of that. Once you move through those 2 rounds, make sure you're nice and sweaty. This next portion, you're really going to need those hips warm. So get really sweaty in that warm up. That way this strength portion moves a little easier. So for the strength today, we have 5 sets of 3 tempo front squats. With those front squats, you can use your backpack, you can use dumbbells, kettlebell, whatever you have at home. Just put a little weight in the front rack position. So your tempo is going to be 5 seconds down, 3 seconds in the bottom, and then 5 seconds all the way back up. Kadima here is going to demonstrate 1 rep. This is exactly how slow you should be moving. So he's going to go 5 seconds all the way down to the bottom, 3 seconds in the bottom position, 5 seconds back up. So here we go, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job there, Kadima. Notice how his weight was in his heels at all times. He kept a nice tight core. His chest was nice and tall. We went 3 of those in a row. Then after you get 3 reps of that, take a 30-second break. Then you have 4 more sets of that. So that's going to get a little spicy. Pick a weight that you know you can do. If you need to, add a little bit more or take a little off, but keep it nice and slow. If you think you're moving too fast, you are. Go even slower. Okay? After you get that strength portion done, we got a nice and spicy workout here. You'll need a chair, a couch, a box, something to do as dip on. So Kadima here is going to demonstrate our dip. Hands behind his butt here. He can either kick his legs straight out or he can have them bent to a 90 degree. The straight out method is a little harder. The knee bent like this makes it a little easier. But he's going to dip down, trying to get those triceps nice and parallel to the ground and back up. So that is our dip. Next, we have a thruster. Once again, if you're using a backpack, dumbbells, kettlebell, barbell, whichever it is, we're going to do a thruster. Nice front rack position here. He's going to squat all the way down, hips down below those knees, and then as he drives up, using those legs to push that weight overhead. Hit 1 more here, and good rep there. As that weight comes back down, it's going to drive you down into the bottom of that squat. So today's rep scheme is 1 dip, 10 thrusters, 2 dips, 9 thrusters, working all the way to 10 dips and 1 thrusters. Think of it, you're doing 11 total reps every round. So if you need to put a whiteboard on there so you can keep track, or just know you're going from 1, 10, 2, 9, 3, 8, working your way till you have 11 reps total per round. So easiest method, write it down, check it off the list. That is as fast as you can do that. Once you get through that workout, those legs are going to be a little tired. Those shoulders are going to be a little tired. We're going to get some good stretching in here. So for today's cool down, we're going to start with a runner's lunge. Kadeem here is going to demonstrate. If you need to, get you a pillow or something like that. He's going to put 1 knee on the ground. That other knee is going to be bent to around 90 degrees. And he's going to push those hips forward. He's not arching in the back. He's squeezing his glutes together. He's squeezing his core together. If you go and you're arching at the back, we're not stretching our hip flexors like we need to. So keep a nice tight core, squeeze those glutes together. We're going to hold that for 1 minute on each side. After you get that on each side, then we're going to do a single leg pike. As Kadima here is going to demonstrate, you're going to straddle your legs here. Whichever leg is in back is the leg that we're working. So feet straddled, just like he's balancing on a line. He's going to lean forward, try to touch those toes. If you can't touch the toes, grab your calf, grab your ankle, however far you can go. But the focus here is on that back leg. You're really going to feel it in that hamstring, maybe even a little bit in the calf. Hold it there, 1 minute, switch sides, hold it the other side for 1 minute. After you get that seated pike, or single leg pike, then we're going to go to a single or a seated pike here. So seated pike, he's going to just be sitting on the ground, reaching his feet all the way forward. Once again, if you can touch your toes, grab the bottom of your foot. If you can't, grab your ankle, grab your calves. Try to pull yourself down, trying to stretch out your hamstrings and your low back here all at the same time. After you hold that for 1 minute, we're going to do a seated straddle, in which case you're just going to stay in that same position, opening up your feet, and you're going to reach all the way forward. Once again, walking those fingers out, trying to stretch it out those low backs and hamstrings. As that releases a little bit, walk those fingers out a little bit more. You're going to hold that for 1 minute. After you get that, last but not least, we have a tricep stretch. You can do this seated, standing. If you want to, you can use a wall, or if you don't have a wall, just going to reach one hand behind here, whichever hand goes up first. You use that opposite hand to pull that elbow down, feeling a nice stretch here in your triceps. You're going to hold that for 1 minute each side. All right, guys, that's what we got for Friday. It's going to be a little spicy. Try to really push that pace. Try to go unbroken if you can on those dips and thrusters. If not, break it up how you need to. Keep a nice steady movement here. See y'all Saturday.